So to continue along the theme of tee shots this week, quick look again at setup and how we can best get the correct launch angle. And we said last time we're looking for a launch angle around about 12 to 14 degrees and a spin rate 2,500, 3,000 RPMs is seen as about the ideal. That gives you the correct launch angles and also the landing angle, which is really important. So we talked yesterday about making sure that we could get the golf club feeling that the club was rising slightly, so we could hit the ball with a slight upward attack angle, which would be deemed as being optimum. But also what we want to do today is just take a look at a common mistake in the setup that we often see people make. Now, we know with the driver, the ball is going to be played, if not left heel, it's around that sort of area. It might be a hair inside the heel. Some players might play it a little bit on the instep, but it's around that sort of area for the purpose of what we're doing. And a common error that I would see is because we've got the ball played more forward in the stance, very often players would take their upper body and turn, if you like, to face the ball. Now the big problem with this, of course, is my shoulders now are aligned way to the left. I've got the right arm much too high. From here it's going to be difficult to create any real depth in the backswing, and I'm going to get this club bearing down on the ball on too steep of an angle, giving us that undesired downward angle of attack with the driver. So here's what I want you just to consider for me. Imagine, if you will, you've got two laser lights, one shining out of the bottom of your shirt buttons, one shining out of your belt buckle. And then once you're in your setup with the driver, what I want you to think about is keeping these lasers pointing at a spot a good few inches behind the ball, essentially at a spot opposite the middle of the stance, which is where you play your 7-iron. But with the ball played up in the stance with the driver, you're going to have a feel of almost being slightly closed to the shot, or as if you're turning your back to the target. That'll get the right shoulder back, it'll soften that right elbow. That's going to make it easy to get the club back and behind you, coming in from the desired inside path, catching the ball on the upswing. So just think lasers for me into your setup. Keep the lasers pointing just a few inches behind the ball. Slide the club up there into the back of the golf ball, and then you can give it the full treatment from there. Hold on, I'm just admiring it. Okay, it's down. Give that a go, it's going to make a big difference.